My name is Merritt Frey, and I'm the Executive Director of the Mali Rising Foundation. In 2004, a bunch of people here in the United States wanted to do something good. They didn't know what that meant, but they thought they meant education because it empowers people to change the world. And then they happened to meet a young man from Mali who convinced them to focus on his home country and specifically on middle school education access there in Mali. We actually had a volunteer who was an alumni of Judge, and she has since joined our board of directors, and she introduced us to the whole service learning component of Judge, and we just found it such a powerful way to connect with students, and they just ran with the idea once we got started. It's going great. The village that the school is built in is called Sankama, and it's a wonderful village where the parents are really excited about this project. So they have raised 20% of the cost of building the school and contributed the land. And then with the help of Judge students, we raised the remainder of the money. And the school, I was there 10 days ago, it was about 95% finished. So we hope that next week it'll be opening. And it includes 3 classrooms for the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, a principal's office, and importantly, 6 latrines for the kids. So one of the biggest challenges after we build the school is making sure that quality education can happen in the classrooms. And the challenge there is that there's very limited teaching materials in Mali. Many schools have no textbooks, like 0. Not even the teachers have textbooks. So we do a lot of work to try to help with that. And the project that Judge kids are working on, the flashcards projects, is part of that idea. So English is a foreign language that students study in Mali. The national language is French. So what we do is we work on French to English flashcards that allow the students to kind of practice the language themselves, either during class session, but also importantly after. They can just work with a friend, even when they can't get the teacher to work with them officially. So that's one of the projects that Judge students have been helping with. So what we actually have right now is a group called the Youth Ambassadors, and those are high school students from all around the country. There are 12 this year, and they're coordinating similar kinds of projects at their schools or with their youth organizations, from Maryland to California, Texas to Utah. We have high school students that are working on that. I will say Judge is way out in front and has been really particularly busy on these projects. Well, I guess what I'd like to say is I personally am just so excited about the partnership between Judge students and Mali Rising. I think it excites me because it inspires me to see what the students have done and the ideas that you all are coming up with to help. And I also love it because it's students helping students. So I delivered the first sets of flashcards to some students in Mali just a couple weeks ago. And when I explained that those cards were made by students in the US, you could see instantly how interested in that idea the students there were. They wanted to know more about where those cards came from and why other students wanted to help them. Yeah.